Hello, this is DJ 5771 bringing you a rush on Operation Metro. And let me tell you guys, I had like chances to get triple kills and double kills and triples and doubles and triples, and I never get them. All I get is like one kill, and that's it, and then I end up dying. You guys will see them later on. Oh, and anyways, have you ever tried like to try to stay up? I mean, I've stayed up all night before, but like how you are during the day when you hit up an all nighter. It was one time me and my cousin we stayed up all night, just straight up like freaking. We played Call of Duty and we watched movies straight up. All we did was, alright. So all I did was Call of Duty, movies, Call of Duty, movies, Call of Duty, movies, all whole night, all night. And then like I was awake, that was like the first time I ever hit up like an all nighter. So like when I was awake, I was like, yo. What the freak? I was just so tired everywhere I went. I was like straight up, and I would be, my face would always be like down. This was the first time. Now that I do all nighters, it like you get used to it after a while. Like the first time I did it, I was like, oh, I could literally like fall asleep anywhere at all. I could fall asleep. I could just be like. And just like straight up fall asleep because I was like so tired. Like goodness, you stayed up all night. But now, like one time, last time when I went to go hit up an all nighter, one time I stayed up all night and it was just like it felt it was fast. I forgot I was watching a movie. Yeah, I was watching Captain America. I was watching Captain America and I was like, oh my gosh, like, yo, look what time is it? And I could see that it was getting bright outside, and I was like, yo, I'm about to play some Call of Duty. So I started playing some Call of Duty, and when I look outside, I started seeing, I was like, yo, it's getting bright. I was like, yo, what time is it? And I look at the time, it's like 4 in the morning, and I'm like, oh my gosh, bro, it's late, bro, and I'm not even sleepy. I'm not about to like go to sleep and then for I could be sleepy all day, you know. So I just end up staying all night, staying up, and then during the day I was just like, I just kept on saying to everybody, "Yo, look how like excited I am and hyper I am," and bro, I didn't even sleep. I stayed up all night. Like I was showing off to everybody. I was just like straight up, "Yo, man, I did not sleep." Like what you know about that, son, homeboy, brother of another mother, sister of another dad? Makes no sense. But anyways, or like when you know the time where you actually like try to go to sleep and you know you're laying in bed and you know you have your eyes closed because you know you gotta wake up early for tomorrow for like the next day for whatever reason, and you know you try to go to sleep and you just like sitting there doing nothing, doing absolutely nothing. You're just like laying there on your bed waiting to go to sleep. You just like you know, like I gotta hurry up and go to sleep because I gotta wake up early for tomorrow. So you're just sitting there. One time I did that and I stayed up 4 hours just sitting there on my bed doing nothing, absolutely nothing. I would just stand there, not stand there. I would lay there. Who goes to sleep standing up? Oh, I actually know somebody that did that, but I'll tell you that later. Like I would just lay there, like, and you know that's how it is for everybody, you know. Like I would just lay there, and now what I do is I just go on my iPod. Like usually I go to bed at because whenever I need to wake up early, I go to bed at 10. But that's not at the time that I wake up at. Like I wake up, I mean I go to sleep. I go to bed at 10, but I don't go to sleep at 10. Like I go to sleep a totally different time. Because the first thing I do is go on my laptop, start listening to my iPod and doing all that stuff because I'm not just about to sit there if I'm not tired. If I'm not tired, like what's the point of me like just laying there being bored out of my mind? Being bored out of my mind is not gonna make me more sleepy than I already am. So might as well just, pull out my iPods, start watching some YouTube videos, or like go on my laptop, go on that F book, on that cara libro, like because I'm not about to like sit there and be like, oh. I remember when I was a little kid, whenever I was always scared to go to sleep. I remember asking my I remember asking my brother. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't feel like going to sleep." And then he told me, he was like, "DJ, just go to sleep." And I was like, "No, I don't want to." He was like, he tells me, "Going to sleep is like being dead. So you don't really remember anything and you don't know." And I was like, "Going to sleep is like being dead?" And then I used to go to my mom and be like, "Mommy, I'm not sleepy." And like I would always like be scared to sleep. Like I was like, whoa, like goodness. It's just the fact of me thinking that I'm not there. Like nothing's going through my head. Like sometimes I would sleep and I would not have any dreams. Like that happens to me. That happens to me now. And like just the fact that I don't have dreams before when I was a little kid used to scare me, and it would basically be like if I'm dead. But whenever I wake up in the morning, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I want to go back to sleep. Like in the night, I would be like, I don't want to go to sleep. But then once it's morning, oh, I want to go back to sleep. Oh my goodness, blah, 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 blah. Like, when I try to go back to sleep in the morning, that just does not work at all. Like, I try to, like, once you open your eyes, it's like, whoa, that's it. It's like, well, no, sometimes actually, I actually fell asleep one time. Like, sometimes one time, my alarm clock rang. I woke up like, and I had to wake up early. I had to wake up at 6, and my alarm clock woke me up at 6:45. My thing went, here. I'll show you exactly what happened. Listen, my thing went, beep. That's exactly what happened. I woke up. I literally woke up, pressed the button, went straight back to sleep. And I pressed the button like dismiss. I didn't press no snooze, so it wasn't gonna ring again. I pressed dismiss, and it felt like it was 2 minutes later, like literally 2 minutes later, and then all of a sudden it's like freaking like 7. Like, it felt like it was 2 minutes, but it's actually like 7. And I was like, yo, what is going on? I just remember freaking waking up and turning off my alarm clock, and I went straight back to sleep. I was just like, ding, and I started to sleep again. It wasn't even like a thing where I was just like snooze, and then after like 2 minutes, then I went back to sleep. No, it was a ding. I went to sleep straight up. It was the weirdest thing ever. But usually, usually that doesn't happen. Like usually, I'm mostly like when my alarm clock wakes me up, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I try to go back to sleep so hard, but I'm just sitting there, and it just no, it doesn't work. Well, I just hit fired him. Yeah, but it just doesn't work. So I'm like, nah, and then it just sucks. Like, but sometimes I like waking up early. Like, I like waking up early. Like in the afternoons. Like, I don't know. For me, I like waking up early, but sometimes in some occasions I like to sleep. You know what I mean? Like sometimes like I'm not one of those people that are like, "Oh my gosh, I love sleeping. I love sleeping. I will sleep all day." No, I hate that. I would never sleep all day because I actually like to live the day. And before I used to wake up super early just for I could like live the day because I want to live the full day. One time I fell asleep and I woke up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like, "What the freak?" I was like, "It is 4 o'clock." I was like, yo, look what time is it? It's 4. And it was just the weirdest thing ever. And I didn't even get to do nothing during the day. My friends did all this and that, and they went out and they did all of this, and I didn't do nothing. All I did was sleep. Like, and I don't like sleeping. Like, I like sleeping, but not like that. Like, no, I like to be awake and live the day. Like just the thought of me like sleeping is like I'm dead basically. It's just weird. Now it's just weird. Before I used to be scared of it. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but sleeping, I could, I like sleeping at the same time. Only in the mornings. I only like sleeping in the mornings. Like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, I want to go back to sleep. But every single other day, I like, I like my sleep. Like goodness, like I can't live without my sleep. I thought those elevators work. Wouldn't that be cool if like elevators worked like in Call of Duty? But anyways, this game is about to wrap up. Watch part 2. Please give it a like, subscribe, and thumbs up. Love you guys. Peace.